हरे कृष्णा। मैं नवनीत व्यास एस्ट्रो चैनल में आप लोगों का फिर से बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। एंड टुडे वी हैव अमिता जी। शी इज फ्रॉम दुबई एंड शी इज architect and an interior designer by profession and a very beautiful soul. She is part of Rudra Vedic Academy. Amita ji, welcome to my channel. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. So, Amita ji, I'm very excited to start series with you on my channel since you're an architect and you're closely working on projects and with a lot of Vastu specialists, and you must be having that sort of an experience, where you get opportunity to meet a lot of Vastu specialists and people who are working around different projects. Right.
Yeah.
So I would want you to share your experience first a little bit and tell me that from where should we start this series and see this series that we have that will start with you. Of course, it will be a Vastu series, right? There's no
Sure.
doubt about it, right?
Sure.
But then I'm sure that the kind of platform we are creating for our viewers, right, it is going to be a life-changing experience for them. I'm sure about that. So I want you to explain your experience and please let me know from where to start. Right, over to you, Amitaji.
Thank you so much, sir. So, I studied Vastu a little bit in college.
Right.
Of course, modern architecture does not teach you Vastu in detail,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I was very fortunate as some of my project work, we visited some villages in Bombay that are
Wow.
actually outside of Bombay,
Yeah.
in Shastra, that are completely designed on Vastu.
Okay.
And I have always felt very close to nature and connected to the ground. So I
Mm-hmm.
was very extremely intrigued by the way homes were designed around certain concepts. Of course, I did
Mm-hmm.
not understand it. I did not know what the energies are supposed to be, how one is supposed
Mm-hmm.
to. And I've actually, in last many years, that I actually, since I've been practicing, I've always wanted to study Vastu and get to understand.
Mm-hmm.
My last two homes, I actually tried to make them Vastu compliant.
Wow.
And there were some basic philosophies that we followed.
Yeah.
Uh, some of them I can share them with you, and I hope I'm
Sure.
compliant
Sure.
to
Sure.
the basics
Sure.
of Vastu.
Sure.
So, like it's all how it's always said that you must first and foremost, I think what your mothers and grandmothers have always taught you is to keep your house clean and scatter free.
Right. Right.
The
Right.
cupboards should be organized. You should not have dirty cupboards. So trying, always trying to keep that as a basic and
Mm-hmm.
passing that on to the children also is a very important thing, I feel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That being the first thing, then little technical, how you should put a kuber yantra on the northeast wall,
Yeah.
which brings you good fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And then keeping the northeast a little light, not
Mm-hmm.
too very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing being placing your locker, which I think a lot of people try to follow, is put it in the south
Yeah.
corner,
Mm-hmm.
southwest wall, and it should open towards the north. So
North.
the wind
Yes.
can
Yes.
actually come into your
Yes.
locker every
Yes.
time you open it.
Yes. Yes.
That being one, and then also how you can actually keep like a water element on your northern side
Mm-hmm.
and keep it flowing, not stagnant and dirty. So if it's
Mm-hmm.
stagnant and dirty, it'll bring bad energies into your house.
Right.
Keep it clean, and maybe even like this is the northeast wall. So I actually keep like a money plant over here.
Right.
So
Right.
just so that it brings us good fortune and maybe like a little blue element in this room. I
Yes.
don't know how
Yes.
true it is, but I've been
Yeah.
trying to follow
Yeah.
these set of
Yeah.
remedies.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the other things I also follow is to light a diya morning and evening,
Mm-hmm.
bring that energy into the house. So a little
Fantastic.
long lasting diya.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are the things I know. And the other thing as a professional, what I face a lot of times is
Mm-hmm.
I've had the good fortune of a lot of real estate agents. They ask me to actually manage homes for a lot of clients. So
Right.
that is one segment that I'm also branching out into to maybe
Mm-hmm.
manage and upkeep a lot of properties. It's a business prospect that we have.
Mm-hmm.
In that, they want us to follow Vastu in the basics. So even if you're renting it out for someone,
Still.
the biggest thing they say is, sir, ma'am, whenever we get a house, we all make money, but sometimes the money doesn't stay. How do we make
Yes.
wealth and how do we multiply it? So, sir, that is something that I'd like you to touch upon today.
Fantastic. So, even we get a lot of consultations where people say that it's not a problem to earn money, but then it is very, very, it's a huge challenge. And it's very, very difficult to actually retain money or to
Mm.
save money,
जी.
right? So that is something, and that's one of the best topics to start with our series, right?
Yeah.
And you very intelligently you've chosen this topic, and I congratulate you
Yes.
for this. See, you know what? You will see tons and tons of videos by different astrologers or Vastu experts
जी.
telling about how to save money. There's a lot of things that have been spoken about the north, northeast, and the south, southeast, and a lot of other things. Now, the first rule of Vastu, and then I'll go to saving money, is that the Vastu effect or the Vastu Purush is activated or it's get energized in a particular place or a space once you have that boundary wall
Right.
which is created. Until and unless you have a land of maybe 50 acres,
Mm-hmm.
there is no vastu effect in it.
Okay. Okay.
Until and unless you put your first brick
Right.
into that, you decide the boundaries, right? And you plan a house.
Right.
Okay, so that north is this, south is this, north will be this much long,
Right.
the south will be this much long, west and east will be this much,
Okay.
right? So the first observation that I have seen is money doesn't stay with the people who have a home which is equal from all four sides,
Oh, that's an interesting fact.
right? It
Right.
is equal square,
Right.
right? You should always have a home or a factory which is not exactly square.
That's a very interesting fact because when we study architecture, we are told to follow certain solid forms.
Yes,
But then we also follow something which is called a golden ratio and which is
yes,
actually not equal sides.
not equal. That's a golden ratio. That's a basic thing,
Ji.
right? If you have a flat, or see you find any flat, you'll never find a flat which is equal.
Yes. Mostly.
Never, mostly.
Yes.
If you get an opportunity to find a plot which is equal from all four sides, you're going to have challenge in saving money,
Very interesting. Okay.
right? Because there are some sides in the house where we need more energy,
Okay.
right? We need more space to keep things.
Ji.
For an example, in the northeast, if the northeast is, see, north is one side which is water. It
Right.
creates opportunities,
Ji.
right? That's the most important thing. Now, if you have a water source in the northeast
Right.
and that water source is leaking all the time, suppose you have a tap or you have maybe anything which is overflowing all the time and it is
Okay.
not repaired. So
Okay.
you must have heard of a कहावत कि पैसा पानी की तरह बह रहा है,
Right. True.
right? So पैसे को पानी के साथ जोड़ा गया है. Money has been associated with water, right? Now, why money has been associated with water is when you go to a restaurant, especially in India, in a
Mm-hmm.
dhaba, right? It is the money that will actually let you take a decision that you want a water in a mug, which has been filled by this, or you need a Bisleri, or you need a mineral water,
Right.
right? So your money, that will decide, the money in the pocket will decide what sort of water you are going to have, right? The only problem with people living in below poverty line or average people or lower middle class people and the higher middle class people, the first thing that you can identify from them is the standard of drinking water,
That's an interesting fact. Yes.
right?
Very, very
You have cantaros, you'll have whatever not, you'll have tons and tons of things, right?
right.
That is there. And you will see that the water status of the water is very, very important.
Absolutely.
Earlier, the Raja Maharajas used to drink water either in copper or silver or even gold vessels,
Right.
right? Again, it's the water.
True.
Okay, 75% of the prosperity is
Hmm.
only water based. If a dharti has a water, it will have Lakshmi, it will have prosperity.
Right.
If dharti doesn't have a water, it will not have prosperity, right? That's
True.
another thing. So you
Yeah.
go to anywhere where there's no water, right? There'll be no, no crops, nothing, right? And Lakshmi Ma will not be there. See, you when you see the photograph of the Lakshmi,
Ji.
she's carrying food in the hand,
Right.
especially the dhan, which is the crop in the
Yes.
hand. So that means that she'll be there wherever you have water source.
Right.
Now, if you have a water source and that water source is disbalanced in
Right.
at any home, any factory, any professional area, anywhere, be it home, be it office, right? First thing, you'll not get opportunity to earn money. So
Right.
if you don't get opportunity to earn money, you'll have no savings. Simple,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Now, if your north is fine, and you've said very good tips for the north, kuber yantra in the north, water source in the north,
Right.
right? A managed water source in the north,
Yes.
right? North should be more bluish, right? Just you said there's a money plant and there's a blue thing in the north,
Yes.
right? uh, there should not be kitchen in the north because there should not be an agni, right? There should not be dharti tattva in the north. Why dharti
True.
tattva is because it is the earth element which is controlling the water,
Right.
right? So if the earth controls the water, right, and if you have something of dark brown color or yellow color or mud color in the northeast,
Right.
right, I mean you will not get appropriate opportunities in life, right?
Interesting.
Customers will not walk to you, clients will not walk to you, you will not get projects to work on, right?
Okay.
That is where the north comes in picture, because north is one area of your life which will give you not the money but the prosperity,
Right. The opportunity
right?
and the
Yeah,
prosperity.
opportunities and prosperity, because right in the northeast we have Shiva,
Right.
right in the northeast we have Jupiter, which
Yes.
is the Jiva Karaka. And if the northeast is bad, you will also not have children, right?
Okay.
It's just not money. You know what? If I ask you what is more important, money or children, without even, second thought, you'll say children,
Yes, sir. I
right?
mean, mm,
Because yes, right? You know what is the biggest investment of our life? Is
our
children.
children. Yeah.
It's not the money that we have, it's the children. My, my father and my mother, we were, my father was a bank employee.
Right.
And, people used to say, Mr. Chitkara, why do you spend entire sort of your, I mean, entire income in the education of your children? I mean, you have no savings, you have no gold, you've not built a house, right? You've
Right.
done nothing in life, but you've just, they used to get me whey proteins, they used to get me things for, and you know what? 20 years from here, if you see, in the past, whey protein was a luxury,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, they were not that often, and he used to import whey proteins from US.
Right.
For me, 20, 21 years ago, right? And then on the same time, he used to spend a lot of things on my education. Then he said one thing, that if I make so many things, I make a big house, I make jewelry for my wife, right? But if my children are not capable, they will not leave anything, they will destroy it,
Yes.
they will sell it off, right?
Agree.
But if I invest them, they will make everything,
Yes. True.
right? So it is a true investment, and that is what exactly happened.
Right.
That is what exactly happened. We made everything because my parents made me, right?
Absolutely.
So northeast is a money in terms of your children also,
Right.
because
Okay.
Jupiter is there,
Yes.
right? In one of my previous videos, I have explained about Ashtak Varga with Barinder, especially for the wealth.
Right.
Now, I have another research, because as we go ahead, we go into Shastras.
G.
every time we are getting something new. So
Right.
I'm going to explain you two new concepts that
One.
I have researched, right, in Vedic Jyotish, and they are completely related to your wealth, right? And it has to be the inputs have to come from your horoscope, right?
That's
So what
beautiful.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my whiteboard, right, and I'm gonna share those concepts with you. So Amitaji,
Yeah.
you know, in a chart, and you know what, the Nav Jyotish that I am going to launch on Diwali, that Nav Jyotish I spoke about that yesterday as well
Yes.
in one of the videos. That Nav Jyotish will be based on, Parashara Hora Shastra, on basis on the the horoscopes, the kundlis, the charts that you have, because one formula doesn't apply everywhere. You cannot apply one formula. Now, suppose the first logic that I found to retain money, right, is wherever is your Janam Rashi.
Okay.
Okay. So Janam Rashi is a Chandra Rashi.
Yes.
Okay. Or I can say your Janam Nakshatra, because
Okay.
Janam Nakshatra holds the key of your destiny, your
Right.
profession, what you're going to do and how much wealth you're going to have. The
Yeah.
root is the Janam Nakshatra.
Right.
Right now, Amita ji, suppose your Rashi is Chandra, is Scorpio.
Okay.
Okay, so 7, 6, and 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
According to Jyotish Shastra, the wealth is seen from two houses. Now, I'm not talking of prosperity here. I'm
Right.
talking of the wealth, the Dhana Yoga,
Right.
right? I'm not talking of Lakshmi Yogas. Okay, they are different. Okay,
Yes.
they are fifth house and ninth house. But then I spoke with Babaji on this on 159. But then I'll tell you about the Dhana Yogas. Now, Dhana Yogas are your 11th house, and the savings is your second house.
Yes.
But this is not the catch.
Okay.
From my experience, what I've seen, I find a new technique of finding out where is the problem based on the Vastu.
Right.
See, there are two types of problems. This is very, very important, I'm telling you. One is the problem that have come from our prarabdha,
Yes.
right? Now, prarabdha problem is something we can't change,
True.
right? It is something that will come to us, and we will have to, you
Yes.
know, take them, right? If you have a lot of money, it will come. If you don't have a lot of money, you are stuck in your life,
Yeah.
right? You will not be able to, achieve a lot of luxury in your life, right? But then there are problems that are created by our own deeds and by Vastu. Okay, God has given you money.
Gee.
Okay, God has given you money. God has given you the bhagya to attain a house. But because of few reasons, those reasons are that 10% bracket of our free will
We
that
will.
we have. Because of that free will, you have destroyed the Vastu.
Okay.
Right now, there will be two types of problems. One is Pradav, where
Gee.
you can't do much. But
Right.
one is those 10% bracket, which can make a huge difference. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly the play that we have in our lives. It's the
Yeah.
allowed play that we have in our lives.
Yes. So here people make mistakes in the Vastu. Right.
Okay.
So the technique, I'm coming back to the technique, is this technique will be applied here, and the input will come from here.
Right.
Okay. How? You have to see the second house from your Janam Rashi. So I'll just
Okay.
write second house from your Janam Rashi or the Janam Nakshatra or
Mm.
the moon sign.
Yes.
So from moon sign, and the 11th house from the moon sign.
Okay.
Two concepts. Now what happens is, it is just not your Kundli's 11th and the second house. Now it is your fifth house, obviously, right?
Yes.
Which is in this chart, okay, which is second from this, and the 11th is obviously the second house, right? So I will write according to this chart, the second
Is
sign is the fifth house, which is the Sagittarius,
yes.
and the 11th from the Chandra is Virgo, which is Kanya.
Yes.
Now all these signs have directions. 159 is east,
Is okay.
okay, 4 8 12 is north,
Okay.
okay, and then 2 6 and 10
Mm.
is west, and 3 7 and 11 is south. These
Interesting.
are the directions of the rashis.
Okay.
Okay, now the house, the rashis that have come for the wealth of this native is 9 and 6.
Right.
So 9 is in
East.
the east and 6 is in the west. Okay,
Right.
I think 2 6 10 is the south. I'm sorry, this is the south. Let me just, I've just done a small mistake. 2 6 10 is the south. 3 7 11 is the west. Okay,
Okay.
1 second. Yeah, so this is west,
Yes. Okay.
and 2 6 10 is the south. Okay,
Okay.
now so here it is the east, and in the Virgo it is the south, right? So you will need to check the south and the east of this native's house,
Oh,
okay, and the south and the east and the southeast together.
right.
We'll have to check this. So if the southeast, where we have also further the Venus,
Right.
okay, southeast is the direction. Now we have direction for the planets also,
Yes.
okay. So
Yes.
southeast is Venus, and if he has something wrong, which he will have, if he's short of money, right, you need to go and check that for the dhana.
Right. So,
So now what is happening is, all those principles कि नॉर्थ में ये होना चाहिए, साउथ में ये होना चाहिए, वो सब खत्म हो गए ना.
gee, sir, they become very relative to the native.
Yes,
Yeah, full
this is exactly relative to the native, because you have to not only have to see from the lagna, but from the rashi also. You know why I've taken the Chandra Rashi? Because saving money, right, and retaining money is a mindset.
and yes, very interesting.
It's a mindset.
Wow.
If you have mindset, even if you're earning 25,000 rupees, right, and you save only 5,000 rupees a month,
Right.
right, you can be in a very very financial stable and a very good financial situation in 10 years, even if you save only 5,000 rupees a month.
Yeah. So, I have personal experience. This is a very interesting thing because it's a mindset. Uh,
Yes,
because a lot of people who come to the Middle East, and
yes,
you see a lot of these people, they come from small towns from India,
yes,
uh,
yes,
countries.
yes,
In 10 years, 15 years, they have made these big, big buildings in their areas and communities because of the mindset. They have the
yes,
perfect mindset to actually save their money. Of course, because that's where they have come to do that. So it's
yes,
beautiful to see that, the connection is with moon because the mind obviously is connected to moon directly.
absolutely, absolutely, right. So this is something we need to be very very uh, focused while we are looking at somebody's chart. On the same time, there's another concept that I feel is very, very important is to understand the nakshatra in which a person is born.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 27 nakshatras. Now, see, the moon Rashi has also to do a lot with the Janam nakshatra. Now, suppose somebody is born with Anuradha nakshatra. Like this person could be born with Anuradha because moon is in the Vrishchik Rashi,
Yeah.
right? Or if somebody is born with Ashwini, so then moon would be here,
Yes.
right? And or if somebody is born with Pushya or Punarvasu, so it will be either in Gemini or in the Cancer. Now, there is a lord of the Janam nakshatra, right? The lord of that Janam nakshatra is Shani here, and Shani is going to start your life
Right.
because your Vimshotri Mahadasha is going to start from Saturn
Yes.
if you're born in a nakshatra. Now you have to see the second and the 11th house from where the Saturn is sitting in the chart,
Okay. Okay.
right? So that means you have to see the Janam nakshatra and you have to see the lord of that Janam nakshatra, see the position of that planet in your chart,
The chart.
and calculate the second and the 11th house from it and see what is the condition. Is there a Shrapit dosha, or what is happening? What are the lords of those planets? Where are they further sitting?
Sitting, yes.
Right? And see if there is dosha pertaining to those grahas, in your chart. Suppose the planet sitting there is Jupiter, right? Jupiter is northeast.
Right.
Then you come to northeast and set the things right for northeast. Or
Right.
if there is a planet Mars there, right? You simply has to focus on the exact south. You have to see where is the problem. The problem will be in the south. So just two steps: Janam Rashi, right? And the Janam Nakshatra, see the second and the 11th house from there. Or if it is just the saving, then it has to be the second house, which is very, very important,
Okay.
right? Very, very important. You have, just like, you have directions of the Rashis, you also have directions of the planets. Like
Yes.
Venus is southeast, Jupiter is northeast. You have all these planets. Positions are pretty clear in the Vastu, which I've discussed in the previous batches also. Like Mars, where's the position? Saturn is west, Mars is south,
Yes.
right? Rahu is southwest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to know the exact positions, right?
Yes.
Small tips which I would like to give beside this particular logic which I've given is your glasses. You have glasses, windows, they should be clean, right? Your broom, your झाड़ू should not come in the feet. कोई ऐसी जगह पे ना पड़ा हो कि पाँव में अड़ रहा हो झाड़ू, चाहे वो काम वाली के या नौकर के अड़ रहा हो. छोटी छोटी tips, very very small tips that I want to give you, right? Your northeast should not be cut or around from any side. Right? Purple is a color that attracts money,
Right.
right? So in the northeast, you should have purple flowers. In the north, you should have purple flowers. In the south, you should have red flowers.
Very
Very,
interesting.
very important, right? Or you should have purple pots, at least in the north, right? This is very, very, very important. You should have a lot of indoor plants also, right? And obviously, the north should be the lighter one, and the south should be a little heavier one,
Right.
right? So these are small tips, but beside this, your chart will play a major role. So you have to first identify whether the money is not being saved because of your prarabdha, which is shown in your chart, or it is because of the Vastu dosh, which is again shown in your chart.
Right.
Because in the chart, it is shown that you will make a mistake. It
And
is
then
in the
how?
chart, and then the Vastu specialist will come and he'll tell you, okay, this and that Vastu guy has to be an astrologer as well. That's
Yes.
Nav Vastu.
That's not Vastu. That's interesting because general tips a lot of people give you, but are they really
Yes,
applicable to you? You have to be very certain of that.
yes, yes. That's the most important thing. right?
The other thing that you just said about purple, sir, just what I thought at the back of my head was
Yeah.
purple is a color associated to royalty.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that attracts wealth in itself.
See, you know what? Royal, the royalty is something which is permanent.
Yes,
And if you have a wealth which is not temporary, which is permanent, which stays with you for longer time, it is royalty.
absolutely. Yes,
Like somebody who has wealth for 200 years. So you call them a royal family,
absolutely. Yes,
right? And that color is purple.
yes, that color is purple. So when you say the color purple, then that's the association that comes to your mind immediately.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's interesting.
Okay. So this was from my side, right? I hope everyone watching this video, you must have liked the video, and I welcome Amitaji on the channel. And guys, if you think that this video was worth it, please do comment about Amitaji, about our channel, because we are going to give you so minute things like the Vastu about washrooms, Vastu about floor plans, your business, your offices, your factories, your home, your chair, your table, right? From the color of pen that you should use walls for signing, and which direction you should look at while you're signing. So many tips we have in Nav Vastu that we are going to introduce. And trust me, everything will be based on your charts. It is not going to be one formula which is given to everyone and trying to solve the puzzle of your life. No, it's not going to happen like that, right? So Amitaji, thank you for being on my channel, and I'm looking forward to have more videos with you, at least 1 or 2 videos in a week,
Yes.
right? And it is such a pleasure to have you on my channel once again.
So thank you so much for this. I hope we make more and more videos and bring more awareness about our concepts.
Yes,
Our book also, when we launch,
yes,
have a lot
yeah,
of read it and enjoy it as much as we
yeah,
are
yes,
working.
yes.
Thank you so much, and let's meet more
And
often.
and guys, if you're in Dubai or even Middle East or somewhere, she's the one, right? Just go, get the interiors and the architecture designs from her. I'm telling you, she's the best. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. All right. So till then, yeah, Hare Krishna. Bahut bahut dhanyawad aapka.